Support for City Series Boys Football is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Hello and welcome to Akron City Series coverage on APS 15. Dave Schick and Joe Buchansky here from George Arton Field as we're in the press box here at Ellet High School, looking as the Ellet Orangemen have taken the field and now their opponent, the Buchtel Griffins, come out for the kickoff. The Ellet Orangemen come in today at 5-3, 2-1 in the City Series so far as they go against one of the other powerhouses, undefeated in the City Series, 3-0 and 4-4 on the season, the Buchtel Griffins. They'll receive this kick here tonight. Both teams have had kind of off years as East has kind of been the starlight of the City Series team so far, but Buchtel certainly making a case for themselves as being a potential playoff team here in Ohio.
Buchtel always playing that really tough non-conference schedule. Really close one with St. V's last week. They dropped it 17-13. Not in as explosive an offense as that kick goes out of bounds, which gives us more time to talk, but not as explosive on the offensive end. Still have explosive players, but doing it more with defense right now. 4-4 overall, but their path is theirs and theirs alone as they go through Ellet, to the third-place team, and East in that battle. But they got to take care of business here in a tricky Week 9 on the road.
And Isaiah Abasic with the kick and the penalty to start the game off, kicked it out of bounds, so we will start at the 35-yard line. Number 5 is going to be your quarterback for the Buchtel Griffins. That's going to be Mikel Lino, the senior, listed at 6'1", 205 pounds, comes under center, hands the ball off left side, has a big hole, and has easily a first down, has a gain of 12 yards on the first carry. Person he handed it off to was number 29, and that is Robert Young-Jones, also the sophomore, 6 feet, 180 pounds.
And Young-Jones with holes like that, give him 14 right off the gate. Holes like that, it's going to be a long night for the Orangemen if they can't close it down. They give it to Young-Jones again, but this one's going to come back. Going to get a hold, it looks like, in the backfield. Yep.
And Joe got that one correct.
Glad to see I'm in mid-season form at the end of the season.
I think last week as I was doing the game by myself, it took a lot of time taking my stats, but it was a pretty slow game, so I had plenty of time to do so.
Well, both of these teams like to run the football, but Buchtel will hit you with the deep play and can throw it. Ellet's throwing the football more this year, I think out of necessity. Just not as strong of line plays they usually have had. They did start out 5-1, but the schedule's really gotten tougher the last couple of weeks with an undefeated Barberton team and then East.
Well, and the Barberton play was a little late for non-conference. They kind of started playing conference and then went back to Barberton a little later. It's going to be a stop there, a loss of 4 on the carry.
Yeah, Jordan Jr. popped on that one.
Number 20, Jordan Jr. on the carry.
Lost 2 on that one.
The junior.
2nd and 25, and that's what hurt. The holding penalty was not only a hold, but it was a hold about 5 yards in the backfield, so tack 10 onto that. They're going in the wrong direction here. Lino in the shotgun, and we have a flinch on the left side of the line, and Buchtel is backing up the wrong way here. It'll be 2nd and 30 now.
And we saw certainly 2 struggling teams with Firestone last week on our broadcast. Teams with easily over 100 yards of penalties.
And that's consistent with teams that are struggling lots of times.
Lino rolls to his right, looks downfield, has a man there, double coverage, separates, has a ball coming to and comes back for it, makes the catch, and he'll go down at the 18-yard line.
number 7, Martavian Johnson on the bomb reception. 2nd and 30, no problem with that gun from Lino.
37-yard catch for him. I was 40. I was off 10. Sorry. On the handoff now as Lino takes over 1st and 10, and he will go basically untouched from the end zone from the 24-yard line.
Young Jones, again, Dave, a run with one little cutback. You would have gotten in the end zone on that one. Young Jones untouched and basically up the middle. The Buchtel offensive line taking care of business there for a quick score for the Griffins.
And they go up 6-0 here quickly in the first quarter. So a quick drive here in just in about 90 seconds. Looking to line it up here for the Griffins. And West puts it through the upright, makes it 7-0 here.
And they graduated a West that was a 4-year kicker. This is the younger of the two, and he's doing the same thing. Very accurate kicking game, and boy, does that help in close ball games. But what an impressive drive. The one thing that I if I was in Ellet's huddle before, or locker room before the game, the one thing they would say, Dave, is we have to avoid the big play against the Griffins. 3 plays, or 2 out of their 4 plays over 20 yards, and that's how you get a quick score.
Yeah, Johnson being able to catch that one, really turn the table after 2 bad penalties, move them back in a run, but able to get things moving here quickly. As able to adjust, and really he had to come back for the ball. Johnson catches a first passing attempt. So now the Ellet Orangemen will sit there and be waiting for the ball to come to them. Kicking it for the Griffins is going to be number 30.
West.
Yes.
Pittman and Fisk back to return for the Orangemen.
Lines this one up and sends it away. It's going to go off to the right, high and short. Picked up at the 25. He'll try to come back towards our press box here, but does not make it anywhere close. Gets to the 29-yard line before he goes down. On the return, oh, there you go. Bodenkircher.
Okay.
Andrew Bodenkircher.
Quarterback Josh Merring, the 6-foot junior, going to take over for the Orangemen here, try to get something going, get them back in the game.
Well, big plays as we saw from Buchtel with a quick score. Just over a minute and a half now. The Orangemen looking to do their part on the offensive side. Defense adjusts slightly, doesn't move too far. They hand the ball off, and it doesn't really go anywhere. Under center for the Orangemen, Josh Merring, the junior. On the run is going to be Johnson.
Ethan Jones, brought down by Devin Fox as he fills, and no gain on the play.
Jones, sorry. They bring up now 2nd and 10. Merring in the shotgun now. Some company in the backfield. Looks right, throws right, has his man behind him, has to stretch out for it, adjusts. Looking for the call, and they're going to say it's a catch at the 36-yard line. That one goes beautifully to Cameron Lee.
With good coverage on the play.
45-yard catch, so the same thing for him as he gets a big play from his wide receiver. 45 and 46 yards respectively. Now they need the big run to get in the end zone.
Both teams going up top with this press coverage. The Griffins like to play man-to-man, especially on the outside.
Yeah, and they went after Young Jones on that bottom of your screen. You see him pinching in now. But he allowed his wide receiver to get behind him. They run to the right, has some space, breaks open a little bit. Big stiff arm again, spins around, and will go down at the 17-yard line.
A really good run there by Jones, aggressive and physical,
18
and
yards.
that's what you want to see if you're an Orangemen fan. Now they just have to finish here in the red zone, back-to-back impressive plays.
And again, kind of the sophomore taking over. I'm sorry. The sophomore taking over in Jones. Jones listed here at 5'10", 165 pounds. Still a little drizzle coming down here in Ellet. 8:50 here in the first quarter, 7-0 your score with Griffins up. Looks to hand to Jones again. Dances a little bit outside, bounces out, and the scrum has stopped. The ball is out, but the whistles have blown, and he'll get maybe no gain on that one. Yeah.
Jordan Jr. and Devin Fox again up on to provide support. Loss of 1 there for Jones.
Second down.
Got to quick hit this Buchtel defense. If you try to run wide, their speed will pretty much demoralize you.
Second down and 11. Similar formation we saw. He rolls right again, looking for a big play, but he's going to have a big play the other way as the sack takes him down, and the Griffins send through Andrew Powers to take him down for the sack.
Nobody picked up the blitzer on the backside. Marion didn't pick it up in time. Big sack on second down by the Griffin defense.
Sorry, third down.
A loss of 8 on the sack.
Looks like he was going to get rid of it, just didn't pull the trigger or have enough time.
Well, coming from the blind side as well, as he's looking right and rolling right.
They might come again.
Third and long now as
they are coming again.
He gets rid of the ball quickly, has a man there, but overshoots his target. That one intended for number 11, Jordan Williams.
The pressure there forced him to get rid of it. Man, if he had a half second more, that would have been a completion. Fourth down, decision time. Looks like they're going to go for it. Maybe a shot at the end zone here.
We talked kind of the inside that 35 to 25 yard line is where you can kind of think about it. They're inside the 30. 4th and 19. Still need a big play, but can get a first down. But certainly would rather have the 6 points. Low snap, takes it, looks left, stays with his receiver, has it there, but overthrows it, and a flag is there for a first down and some help.
Not an automatic first down, I don't think, partner.
Yeah, I think they'll be short.
But they'll take it. And the defender was beat, but I don't know, man. It's a tough one, man. You can't tell them don't grab. They might not catch it because if that ball was on the money, it would have been a touchdown.
Borderkircher, the intended target, his first one.
So no incompletion there. It won't count. Be 4th and 4 now. Third penalty on the Griffins. Now it's still decision time. Could go for a field goal. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah.
Perfect time here for the hard count with 4th and 4. We saw them get east a couple times on that last week. Merring in the offensive line drew off the Dragons a couple of times.
And they've got a lot of big penalties through the Griffins so far. 3 penalties and 30 yards.
They're going to run a sweep to their outside. A little halfback option. He could have ran it right away. But he looked to throw, and it was covered up.
Run out of bounds by number 13.
Gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So a 3-yard gain.
So the Griffins will
But it doesn't allow him to get the first down at all. Some of the people up here wanting it to be got to throw the ball, as they said.
Well, it was a halfback option, but the defensive backs not fooled. They did not come up and run support. The problem with the halfback option is if you go man coverage, and you flood out the area, you might get a guy outside. But if you go man coverage, guys aren't going to bite on the run support either. So.
Well, they eat up about 4 minutes of clock on that possession, and Buchtel takes over deep in their own territory. They complete it to the right side and will get 8 yards on the completion.
Levin's pass.
Quick hitch out there to Zaire Keene, one of his favorite targets. Nice little wide receiver hitch. Good blocking on the outside by the Buchtel receivers.
2 passes, 2 completions for Lino so far in the game. Looks to hand the ball off and does. Goes up the middle, and they will get a first down, a gain of 3. I can't see who is our ball carrier in the scrum.
They're going quick. It was Young Jones.
Okay.
We got Jones on one hand and Young Jones on the other.
42 yards for him so far.
I once was Indiana Jones for Halloween.
Good side note, I suppose.
Well,
just the hat?
Got to keep up with the Joneses, everything. Come on. Whip, too.
Really?
Yeah. My mom made it, I think. I might even went with a dirt stash.
Put some Vaseline on to look like you're sweating in the tomb.
Yeah. No gain on that one. Buchtel going, hurry up. They're making us work up here.
Lino looks left, has a man there. He separates, but again underthrows it and allows the defender to come back in and make a great play to deflect this as Cameron Lee makes it an incomplete.
Yeah, just maybe a little too much air on that one.
And that one went to Marquez Foster. They're spreading the ball around, making me figure out who's who.
Making you work for it. 3rd and 10 now for the Griffins. Can the Ellet defense get off the field? What killed them in our last telecast or last week? Floods left. Wide open. Zaire Keene gets a first down and more. Breaks the tackle, and he's out past midfield.
That one would make a great one. Gets to the 48-yard line and takes it over.
Way too easy on 3rd and long, man. That's 26 yards on 3rd and long.
The result is a first down.
3 for 4 passing for 81 yards already for Lino in this first quarter.
Setting up now 1st and 10 at the halfway point of the field. Another screen pass, but this one barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
That one going to Powers.
Powers, number 1, is complete. Brought down by
Powers with a hard-earned
number 2.
1 yard on that one.
Bailey.
And the Griffins showing no huddle.
I'm sorry, that was number 3, Trevor Pittman.
Oh, he goes to run. He almost slips, and he stays on his feet somehow.
Still running, keeps the ball out wide. Now comes the defender, able to hold on to it. Goes down at the 8-yard line. So a big play for them of 40 yards as he runs that one over.
And much like the Dragons, Buchtel has a dual threat quarterback, and he shows what he can do on the ground.
38-yard pickup, first down.
5 first downs already in 8 minutes for this Buchtel offense.
Takes the snap, hands off. Coming across the backside are the Griffins, and they're able to make the tackle. On the tackle, Jace Fletcher coming around the left side as the end, and able to wrap up from behind.
Yeah, lost
the ball
the
carrier.
Number 8, Payne Gable.
Timeout on the field for the Griffins.
Buchtel will take a timeout here with 4:06 left here in the first quarter. The Griffins leading 7-0 here on APS 15. Akron City Series football right here on APS 15 is supported by Akron Public Schools, offering a free lunch for every elementary student and a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education, where over 95% of students have passed the Ohio Proficiency Test or the Ohio Graduation Test and earned a high school diploma. For more information, apscareers.com.
20 characters on each line.
Well, an interesting one going so far here. Big plays kind of on both sides, but the Griffins have been able to get into the end zone so far and looking to strike again.
No answer for this dual threat quarterback, Michael Lino, who's been more than impressive so far.
So second down and goal from the 8. Lino line up in a split back, trips on the top of your screen, including Powers and Keene. Keep coming in motion to the bottom as they do the flank route, tries to make a move, stutter steps back and forth. He'll gain some. I think they're going to give him 4 on the actual play where his progress stopped. So he'll get to about the 6-yard line.
Give him 5. Johnson with his second catch.
Oh. Sets it up 3rd and goal now from the 6-yard line. Able to score quickly their first run. Now this drive, roughly at 3 minutes now, is near the goal line, 6 yards out, looking to hand the ball off. Left side, coming from behind to make the stop, but he's going to, looks like to get over, and there's the signal. In for another touchdown with Jones from the 6-yard line.
No nonsense there as they go under center, and they run to the strong side, the big side on the left side. Jones right behind left guard and left tackle for an easy score.
88-yard drive, took just about 3 minutes to get in the end zone. And certainly the big plays continue to be the threat as Keene with the big 26-yard reception gets it in from there. So Jones has got 2 running touchdowns so far, but the passing game has been able to set him up to get into the end zone from close.
A lot of yards early on for the Buchtel Griffins offense.
Lino also with a big run on that as the kick goes up and is good, making it 14-0 with 3:15 left here in the first quarter.
And so far, no letdown here in week 9 for the Griffins. No looking ahead, or at least it doesn't look that way for next week's big contest that will more than likely, if Ellet doesn't have anything to say about it, decide your City Series regular season champion. The Orangemen now have to answer, or at least take time off this clock, keep the ball out of the Buchtel Griffins offense, or it could get away from them early.
Certainly don't want to start the second half with the running clock rule. Big news last week, certainly in high school football, was Massillon putting up a large point total.
Too large.
101 to 6.
Yeah.
Got them a lot of attention.
A lot of comments on Twitter, obviously.
Yeah.
You'll have that. I mean, if it was 95 to 6, would there have been less comments? Yes, but there's probably should have. That's
drops the return.
An awful lot of points
at the 10-yard line. Slips as they come to tackle him. Makes a move. He's going to get to the 12, still on his feet, and makes something out of nothing after he bobbles it and gets to the 16-yard line. You're not happy with him dropping it to start with, but you're happy he's able to give you a little more breathing room and get to the 16. So they'll take over there.
Injured player down for the Griffins.
Well, and it's interesting, you don't really hear a lot of people go into a high school box score, but certainly in that game they're kind of dissecting how many plays each starter played and how many passes they had, and it was an oddity in itself.
That true. True that. I think you would find a way not to put triple digits on the scoreboard, but I wasn't there. I was here. We're right here. Injured player is off the field, and we'll get back to action.
So the Griffins have had 2 possessions. About 4.5 minutes of this quarter has been theirs, and they've put touchdowns on both of them. 14-0 lead they have. 1 wide receiver at the bottom of your screen.
Whistles are going to stop that one. Delay a game on the Orangemen. Boy, and that irritates fans. How can you have a delay a game coming out of an injury timeout? I mean, it.
Well, they did stay in the huddle with their coach a little long, but it didn't seem.
I think I would say too long.
Yeah.
That's the result. Now, one thing in this area, you watch enough Cleveland Browns football, you get to see plenty of penalties. That's
You get to see plenty of bad play.
Bad
you can
clock
dissect
management,
bad
too.
play all the time. 1st down and 5. He drops back, hands the ball off, going up the center.
fumble.
Tries to spin around. I
Fumble.
think he did lose the ball.
He did. And that was gift wrapped.
On the fumble return is going to be Andrew Powers.
On the run was a fullback for the Orangemen. I believe it was Justice Anderson, and he tried to make something happen. Almost had the forward progress stopped, but Andrew Powers I would say, where were they, partner? It's about the 14. Let's give him a 15-yard fumble return.
They brought it out to the 16, but I think he probably got it at about the 14.
Okay.
He didn't make it back to the line.
Yeah, let's give him a 14-yard fumble return. And
kick is good,
things
so
have
it makes
gotten
it
bad
20.
in a hurry for the Orangemen.
21 nothing. We're not even concerned about the kicking, sadly. Oh, boy. Defensive touchdown, an offensive touchdown, an offensive touchdown. You find yourself just down.
Well, we know this is a recipe for disaster against the Griffins. Chunk plays and turnovers, and they've done it all in 10 minutes.
Well, and I think, even we saw from this vantage point up here that, kind of was trying to spin and kept the ball away from them. And that's an issue. We saw it. We even mentioned it as Lino was running with the ball. And when defensive players see that ball come away from your body like that, the first thing they want to do is try and hit it out.
One thing we did not mention was the cold, but also on the way here, just about a 20-minute soaker type rain, just enough to make the ball slick. It's already cold to make it slick. That's the first ball we saw put on the turf, and it goes right in the hands of the Griffins. Didn't hit the ground or anything, right to him. Man, it'd be nice to get a touchdown like that. Well, he didn't have to. I mean, he didn't have to run hard because there was nobody in his path. Fisk takes another return here.
At the 10, gets it back to the 20-yard line. Almost dropped it again. Still on his feet, goes back 5 more yards, 8 more yards. And I think they're going to give him the spot at the 16 of forward progress.
Diamond Fist, the ball carrier.
I disagree.
The Griffins are sharks right now, and somebody is bleeding because they are going in for the hunt.
And they got a nice spot from the line judge saying that forward progress ended at the 16, even though it spun him around and he started kind of running back another 8 yards. They're going to give it to him at the 16. They'll take over there. Oh, boy, we started here last time at the 16-yard line. Well, let's start this offense again, as we just did before, but let's not turn it over. Griffins moving on the defensive line, looking to hand the ball off. Maring runs right, has a man on the flat, gives it to him. He catches it, gets a first down easily and nicely. Yeah, a gain of 17 yards as that one goes
Justice Anderson
to Anderson.
And I like the easy pitch and catch. Play action really did the job there, and they're just peeling back and coming after him hard. So a good play call and execution on first down for the Orangemen.
He's got just 2 completions in today's game. So 2 for 5 passing. think it's actually 2 for 4 because that
Yeah,
one was a
'cause, yeah,
penalty.
yep.
My fault. Does the same thing. This one going to the running back. They allow the line to come through. He's got 10, 15, 18 yards on that one.
Taking advantage of the aggressiveness of the Buchtel defense and the penetration, little backdoor screen there as he's found his fullback and his tailback on consecutive plays. And nothing wrong with it. If you can't get the ball to them through the running game, get it to them through easy throws. Another good play call for the Orangemen. 22 yards on the completion. Get the ball to your weapons.
3 for 5 now. He has passing. Outside of the big play of 45 to Lee.
All big
He's
plays, though.
continuing to chunk it.
45, 17, and 22. He's already got 84 yards passing in this first quarter. The problem is he's down 3 scores.
It's going to be a passing rest of the game, I think, here. We'll have a break here with the timeout. We'll take a break with you and come back as action returns right here on APS 15.
Attaboy. Yeah.
Oh, Joe's leaving. Oh, he's stopping to get Wendy's.
Back to action.
We're not friends anymore, Dave.
Oh, nice job coming over top.
Incomplete as that ball goes to border stick. That's not right.
Christian Wack. Kind of a big play tight end for
Yeah.
them. He seems to not make a lot of catches, but he makes them for a lot of yardage and in our first 2 telecasts. But a nice job. Good safety help there by the Griffins defense.
Wack's first target.
And all Peter can think upstairs is, man, this is a long first quarter. And he would be right. A lot of throwing, timeouts, scoring, stoppage.
And we have homecoming at halftime.
Of course.
Over top, has a man there, but he's on the other jersey side. Interception is what we have so far. Is he starts to bring it back. Spooney on the interception. Aaron Spooney, the junior.
And that one's on Merring there. He threw that off his back foot when he didn't have to. If you go back, when you're watching at home, go back and see, rewind it back. Threw that off his back foot, didn't step into the throw at all, and then just hung up in the air basically like a punt for Spooney to catch. Second turnover in the ball game for the Orangemen.
21-0 here in the middle of the third. No, the end of the first quarter is what we're at here at George Arlington Stadium, and you can start tuning us out in about a quarter and a half.
Please, they won't do that. Lino back in the shotgun.
And Lino dancing is going to get something out of nothing. Spins around, and he'll get about 3 yards on the run.
They're very slippery. And the 6'1", 205-pound senior is strong.
They did not return the nice spot favor they did to the Orangemen. They give him 0.
Zippo.
He basically did the same thing the Orangemen did on their kickoff return, but I understand. They're down 3 touchdowns. Flag. We'll be moving back.
Yep. About 6 guys in the press box.
Just not. All right,
That's holding. And Mr. Referee, we know he likes that call because he's made it twice and he's made it really quickly on the Griffins.
Yeah.
And it obviously was pretty obvious. Can you say obviously and obvious in the same sentence?
I don't think you're supposed to.
I don't think that my English teacher would have approved.
40 yards in penalties already. Over under, they get 100 yards in penalties this game.
Well,
over.
it would be hard not to go with the over there.
Well, I think the game's going to change if we continue the same scoring pattern, but I could also see some additional penalties maybe that way also. Yeah.
I'll say
116
under. I got to go under just to go against you.
You can go over.
No, I want to go under.
You're freedom to do whatever you want.
I want it to be under. I don't like a lot of penalties.
All right. Well, it's my hamburger if you get it wrong.
Fakes the jet sweep.
Lino has pressure in the backfield. That pressure by Jace Fletcher and gets the sack.
Way back. 11-yard loss. And now they got to run their 3rd and 30 play. They ran it on 2nd down. Maybe they run the same thing on 3rd down here.
All right, clock continues to run here in the first quarter. Peter George is moving the camera up there. I think he's got a blanket on. He still has the winter cap with the little fuzzy on top. You know what I'm talking about. The knit cap.
Seahawks. Sure.
I know, but the little fuzzy on, like, it's extra special because most people, if you've had it too long, the fuzzy thing has got ripped off. Pass incomplete. Not going to be enough for a first down, but we'll get them about 26 yards.
Number 13, Marquest Foster, fourth receiver now with a reception. That will bring the end of the third quarter. First quarter, I mean. Oops. Wishful thinking. All Griffins.
4 for 5 on passing for Alino as we end that long first quarter. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, apscareers.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering a free lunch for every elementary student and a free breakfast for every student. Akron Schools at akronschools.com.
190 total yards of offense for the Buchtel Griffins in the first quarter, and a defensive score. That's how you get to 21-0.
It was almost like that Broncos game they had on Thursday night.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Thursday night games are becoming the Monday night games.
The defense in fantasy scored 45 points.
Wow.
Only gave up 6 points. They scored 2 touchdowns. Oh, the Cardinals are bad.
I can't avoid the injury bug. I play somebody every week that has 0 points or
kick almost
negative
got
points
because
they get hurt.
There. Bounces back and will be caught at the 48-yard line. He's like he was catching a touchdown there, did Lino?
Yeah, that's right. Your quarterback's on special teams, and he shows his athleticism there too.
So a
good field position though for the
28-yard
Orangemen.
kick. I exploded last week. A lot of players racking up points for me.
Yeah, I can't. I try to make a trade. I got 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks. They're freezing me out. I'm willing to wheel and deal.
I think here's a trade I was thinking of making. So someone's offering up Odell Beckham Jr. They want a running back. I have Devin Cook, who has been injured much of the year. Good trade to do Cook for Beckham for the remainder of the year. I don't know.
Probably better for you, more upside for you, I would say, but
if he comes back from his injury, Cook could be very good for him.
Yeah.
I have more faith in him coming back from his injury than I do the guy
Giants are
throwing
a
the ball.
mess.
But they are going to be behind in games, I think, a lot. So
sure,
that's going to help the passing game.
2nd
and 5 off the run by Jones. Bearing under center, looks it over. Will turn, hand it to Jones again. Left side, gets through the guard tackle combo, and will be a yard short of a first down. Maybe.
I think the spot's going to give it to him, partner. Well, I waited for it. Wait.
Bottom judge gave it to him. He was closest.
They don't measure anything anymore, man. I'm serious. They don't measure anything anymore. If it's close, it's like, yeah.
Should have stopped him earlier.
That's how the game has changed, man. In our day, our coaches would have been like, measure it. Yeah.
It was pretty close.
Close enough to measure, probably. See,
he's right there. I mean, it wasn't like it was in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he's right there.
He was. He fell at the 4. Line judge is right there. Gets nice, breaks through the tackle, able to get away from number 26 as he came through, Michael Jackson, and is able to get through as Jones continues to run the ball well. And now these last couple plays are getting bigger chunks. This looks like an offense that could put some points on the board.
5 carries, 28 yards so far for Jones, and a reception for 22.
Merring trying to talk with his coach. They're doing like the letter C. I don't know what that communication is, but I'm not supposed
cool.
to.
It's a formation.
It's probably.
It means run the same play, which is what I would do.
What do you want me to do?
If you can get 5 yards on that play, keep running it.
Yeah.
Move the clock.
Defense shifts up on the line. They're doing that, trying to get
Long
someone to come
count
off.
here.
They don't.
And they
Does
ran
look
the same
like
play.
same play.
Except they went to a different running back that time. They just gave it to the first guy through.
Brought down by number 2,
On the run was Justice Anderson, and his result is good.
Mm-hmm.
First down.
They're moving the football. 6 first downs already for the Orangemen.
And the Griffins got to be telling themselves that they got to stop the one play that they've been exposed on in this drive.
Running left.
Marion looks like he's so confused at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't even know what the play is. He's not happy with it or something. Under center, and that's why he's unhappy, because they didn't get the line fast.
Yeah, that's why he was unhappy. Get the play off.
What am I supposed to do?
Get up there
He
quicker.
said hike the ball.
Second delay of game on the Orangemen.
I mean, the play is run left. I'm going to give it to the first guy or second guy.
This means same play. No.
That's not
Now
that
they're not
simple.
doing it.
I formation now. Top of your screen is going to have Trevor Pittman. They don't use him, but they are sniffing out this play as they have some pressure in the backfield, and they'll meet him for a 2-yard gain after the penalty.
Orel Williams with a nice fill from his linebacker spot to take down Jones. Give him a yard.
2nd and 14 now. It's first down. How do you not know the play you're running after you get first? 2nd and 14 again.
There's the Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I did stop taking stats, and now look how angry I am. Marion doesn't see it. Great spin move for coverage, but he has to get rid of it. He doesn't. And
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw his knee bend back is why I said uh-oh. Kind of fell funny on it.
Yeah. Holding and personal foul. Well, which one is it?
It's going to offset unless it's after the play. What's the personal foul for?
I don't know. I think maybe he gave the holding signal incorrectly. That's what I think.
Okay.
Like he just used it. He's so used to saying holding right away that was his go-to. So he went holding, and then he's like, wait, that's a personal foul.
You must know the referee.
Why?
Because he single-handedly give the Griffins 35 yards of penalties here.
I don't know.
He called that one too, didn't he?
I don't know any of these guys.
Mm-hmm. 2nd and 9 after all that mumbo jumbo. They gained 5 yards. Fake going left and a little wide receiver screen to Pittman.
It was sniffed out. They did get a few on it. They'll get a gain of 3.
I like the action, but just good pursuit by the Griffins defense.
Well, I kind of hard to go on the long side of the field because the Griffins are so quick laterally.
Maybe that same play action over the top with Whack. We saw him work on that last week really effectively against
Just over the line.
Straight
maybe.
up the seam, yep.
Yeah, with a tight end or with someone in the slot.
Oh, we're calling. Let's see if they run it.
3rd down and 6 here, 8:38 here in the second quarter.
2 downs to get 6 yards.
Line scoots up your screen, and they scoot forward. They're pointing at the offense.
No.
The offense points to the defense. I think it's ooh, it's not. That's against the Griffins.
Located in Kansas, just
That was
20 minutes
surprising.
from Akron. Malone
Who's it against? Oh, against the Orangemen?
Yes, sir.
I did not see the
Jaron
flinch.
Tandem pointing to the right one, the 6'4", 280 defensive tackle.
Make me
That's the
flinch. He's coming over the line. It's going to be hard not to flinch.
You're going to see when that
What are you
guy
going to do?
moves
Stand
first.
there? I would have stood there and took a charge. Like
He
in
moves
basketball.
first, and you're going to see him.
He moves. I'm probably going to move.
I think when he runs, most of us are moving,
like
up and down.
Like El Matador. Ole, I'm not taking you on head on.
3rd down and 11. Marion looking right, pressure coming. They're letting everybody through for a reason, but they sniff it out. Breaks the first tackle in the backfield, but he's got 3 more to try and get away from, and he can't do it. As Jared Tatum, as I mentioned, on the tackle, as well as Orel Williams on that tackle as well.
Yeah, Williams blew up that screenplay.
It's not going to feel good when Tatum falls on you either. Just saying. 280 pounds on top of you. He doesn't fall gently. That's like when you drop a rock, it doesn't land softly.
No, not at all.
4th down.
Loss of how many on that? Couple?
3.
Okay.
4th down and 14, going for it here.
They were in a good position. And
trips to the right or to the top of your screen. Snap is a little to the left. He rolls right, has a man there, but kind of throws it short, and he does to an interception. That one goes to Keene. Keene running up the left sideline. He has basically one guy to beat, number 4.
Wait,
he's got some blockers. He waits. He jumps over top of him, and he's got a touchdown off the interception. A 90-yard return for Keene. Makes a great play. And really, Marion rolled to the right, had nothing there, threw up a prayer, and it was answered on the other side as he goes down the field and gets the touchdown. Really threw it short as he kind of lofted in the air like he was going to go over top.
And a great job by Keene and his whole defensive unit of becoming blockers after. That's a play you're going to want to watch over and over in the Buchtel film session.
Looking to kick this in so far.
So, second defensive score, second interception, a fumble return for a touchdown, and it is all Griffins here in the first half.
That possession took about 15 seconds.
And they were knocking on the doorstep for the second time tonight. Yards.
Yeah.
The Orangemen have enough yards to be in this football game, but 3 turnovers.
Kick is good, makes it 28-0. 2 rushing touchdowns off big plays, 2 big defensive plays defensively. 2 big touchdown plays defensively.
And this is a statement right now for the Griffins. The Griffins are saying, okay, East played them last week. We had a telecast. We saw them. Who looks more impressive right now against the same team? Well, right now it's Buchtel Griffins. They're saying we're underdogs. We're underdogs. We'll see.
I was going to say East. Score-wise, they're doing better, but,
They got 200 yards and 3 turnovers.
Well, the turnovers.
What have they done wrong?
Yeah,
Commit some penalties?
Here's the thing is you only have 2 offensive touchdowns. The other ones are defensive touchdowns, which Ellet has helped you with.
But you have 200 yards to go with it, too. 200 yards.
Disagree to disagree.
You always disagree
East
because you're a grumpy old man. Well, East, we've already said East is the favorite.
No.
Buchtel's not usually Buchtel's the favorite. Let's be honest. They're usually the favorite in the City Series. They're gonna get to play the role of the hunter. You know. It's quite a what?
It's sumptuous that they're always the favorite.
I said they're usually the favorite. Look at your book. Oh, you don't have one.
Oh.
How many championships have they won in the last 10 years? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not. Yeah, LeBron, they said it and backed it up as the rain starts again. And hate to rain on the Orangemen's parade, but it starts.
Return comes back to the 35-yard line, a return of 25 for the Orangemen as they'll take on their.
And the ball boys are struggling. They can't even get the ball to the referees. Come on, guys. I'll tell you what. Go Brewers. Please don't let the Dodgers win. That's just my personal bias. Already got the stinking Red Sox in the World Series. I am a huge Milwaukee Brewer fan tonight. And it must be either homecoming or senior night if it's raining, because that is or somebody's wedding day. Marion back under center.
Boy.
Back to Jones, and he runs into, once again, Marquest Foster. Give him a gain of 2 on the play.
The Griffins possession-wise, I mean, the last possession was a little over 5 minutes. It wasn't bad except for one big play that led for a 90-yard interception run. I mean, outside of that.
They've been in position to score twice, and they had a big sack and a big penalty that kind of killed their momentum, and then, of course, a couple turnovers, which doesn't help.
Yeah. Maring tosses the ball, and that'll be a loss of 4.
Number 7 brought down by number 3.
Say the line judges are a little slow this game. It's hard to say where they're at. They kind of just continue to. Is that a 2-yard loss? Is that 3-yard? You're not really stopping in your position.
If you are a member
See, it's much better when you don't keep stats.
Yeah.
of the homecoming court, a queen nominee.
That's because I'm just more critical of everything
You'll want to make your way over to the field house.
Usually I'm just mad about my stat sheet that I'm confused on.
Concession stand.
3rd down and 13. Maring looking right side.
Wide
That's a
open.
great play. Breaks the tackle, loses the football. I think they are going to give him that he was down.
No,
first.
they're not.
No indication of that judge back there.
I thought ground caused that. That emphatic call by the he was like,
wait a minute. Okay.
I thought the ground caused that one, but
Yeah, but the offense isn't coming out.
no, they said the Orangemen
Yeah.
recovered it.
All right.
Pittman on the reception.
Okay.
Needed 13, got 15.
It's the best part is it's clear. Easy.
Maring is now 5 for 10 for 98 yards.
That one zipped
No.
out, incomplete.
Maring's pass intended
He didn't set his feet at all on that one for the incomplete.
And that's hurt him a couple times tonight. And part of it is the rush, but part of it is the anticipation of the rush. Even when it's not getting there, it's still affecting him at times.
Trying to go to Pittman on that one.
The Akron Public Schools would like to thank the University of Akron, Malone University, and Start State College for their generous sponsorship of the district scoreboard.
Still 5 minutes left in the first half. Wow.
Pittman at the bottom of your screen. Fakes the handoff, does a quick throw, and really took too long to go all the way through. He deflected for an incomplete. I tried telling my first and second graders in flag football, like, look down at the official when you're in the game, and he'll tell you whether you're offside.
Yeah, he'll tell you back.
He'll
Get
tell
on
you
the
to
line.
scoot back. So in practice, we have, a lot of people helping out. I was like big
Takes a
surprise.
village.
I was the person that was our official to try to get them used to like how play. Yeah, you stop at the whistle. You got 25 seconds to get to the line of scrimmage to call your play. So in the playoffs, they call all that stuff. And I was like, guys, come up and look at the official, and he'll tell you to scoot back if you're offside. That's not going to be completed. He's just throwing the ball too fast. Like, it's like his hand got bigger the last 2 plays when he tried to throw it. He doesn't have a good grip on it.
Rain coming down again
Maybe.
could be affecting that.
Looks like they're going to kick this one away.
The problem with all the incompletions is it doesn't take any time off the clock either. So we'll get the ball back to the Griffins. First punt of the night for the Orangemen. They lost it on downs and turned it over 3 times. Oh, they show fake and then kick it. I like that.
That's
Nice
a good kick with a fake. Missed the first tackle, stays on his feet, comes to the bottom of your screen here, goes across the 30-yard line at the 35. Can't break that last tackle. And we got a flag on the top of your screen.
Diamond Fist got held all the way down the field. That was an easy one. I'm saying over 100.
Brought down by number 14, Andrew Bordenkircher. Let's hear the call.
Beep, beep. Take them back, boys. And I agree. I agree with you in the stands. Should have been a flag last play. I thought it was pass interference. Got there about a step early.
Wow, not a great throw either.
I don't care. what the official did. They don't care what I say. What? Let's figure it out, boys. Come on. I mean, it's a hold. Do you want to take the hold or do you want to take the illegal block in the back?
I think it's going to be farther back, so that's what, the 30, so it's going to be at the 18.
The crew obviously must
what's at the bottom?
have dinner plans with a later reservation tonight. So I think they're going to be okay.
They also did not throw incomplete passes.
Who's that?
Any of the officials. They did not.
They've dropped a couple throws from the ball boys.
They did not call 2 timeouts in the first quarter.
Well, they're making up for it now. We should have took a break.
What's Coach Yost doing out there?
Try, Tom. Let's go. Guys, this is not that tough.
All right, let's see what.
It's going to be 5 yards, just 5 yards back for the Orangemen because theirs is a 15.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They're going to go back 10, and they're going to come up 15.
I didn't think he was really going to walk back 10.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. I really didn't think he was going to go backwards. Like, all right, if that happens at
I got to mark both of these.
38, then I got to move up to the 43 because that's 50. Like, I thought he would just go to the 43. But he kind of made a point that he was going backwards and forward.
Tell your flag football teams to avoid special teams penalties because it kills team at every level.
They got to the championship game.
Your team?
Yeah. They played because it was like a single elimination. So they got a first-round bye. I don't know how because they only won one game. But they got a first-round bye. They played the first team. It was close the first half, and then we pulled away the second half.
All right.
We have 2 are fast.
Yep, speed kills.
And then the second game, it was just a track meet. We would score, they would score. We would score, they would score. We would score, they would score. Then they scored 2 touchdowns, but they got a 2-point conversion. They missed the other one. So we were down 14. We score. We don't get the conversion. So now we're down 8. Last play of the game. Hail Mary, the kid catches it, takes off for the end zone. 3 kids are chasing him. He gets his flag pulled at the 10-yard line.
Oh, he got it. He caught it, too?
He caught the bomb. He kind of like came across the middle, but he had to kind of slow down to catch it. First grade. First and second graders.
And they threw the bomb?
We were probably, I mean, they play the width of the field. So we were probably at the numbers, and he threw it to about midfield, and the kid took off, and they got him like looking at our field here about 50. Number 50 on the far side.
Dude, go to a break so they'll go to a break.
All right, we'll take a break here to decide where the ball should be spotted.
We're back.
Back here on APS 15. That break just made me more angry, guys.
We don't know what happened. And we don't care.
They argued. And he's going to throw a bomb on the first line. That's what you do in Madden after you get a bad call like that.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm going for it all.
You're going to give me a bad holding call? That's a Hail Mary coming out of this break.
It's okay because I got my winning Mega Millions ticket sitting in my car right now, so we're good.
You know, I was at there's an arcade up in Cleveland, 16-bit, and they had the game NFL Blitz.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically what the NFL is. Right? They should bring back that game. Because there's no running plays. Everything's a pass, which at the time, the league wasn't really that.
No.
The league was more 3 down backs, and it kind of took out of the excitement of that game because it's like it's not like Madden. I can't run, I can't have a draw or a sweep. But now I think it would be a more appealing game because it's just big plays all over.
Yeah.
Like the pass it for 40 yards is standard. I should have blown the whistle. Stop forward motion, but he probably would have broken that one off. 4th down and 12.
Hey, 3 and out. Nice job by the Ellet defense.
It does not look like they're punting. Maybe they are.
Yeah, they're punting.
Oh,
Dylan West.
that's happening really slow.
Yes.
Back deep for the Orangemen is number 3.
The Griffins are also taking their time as fist comes off the bottom of your screen. And we didn't have time for it, so we're going to call timeout. All right, well, your score 28 to nothing here with 3:22 left in the second quarter. We'll take a break as action returns right here on APS 15.
Good offenses.
Which
Who's
one's-
going to kick more field goals? Who's
Yeah.
not as quite a good offense, but is good, but not can't score?
I stayed with Bailey for now, but
Yeah,
I could
I
be
would too.
convinced with Elliott. Back at the game.
Oh, they're going to go for it. Why not?
4th down. Has a man wide open who got behind everybody. Did he hold on? He did! A great catch on 4th down and 13 on the ball on the 40-yard line. So like that, he gets a 52-yard catch.
First down.
Why not? We're up 28 in the first half with 3 minutes left. We should go for it. And how the defense, I don't think the defense was expecting him to run that
3
far.
guys, and I let him behind him. Yep.
You know, they won't throw it that far. A little confusion on the offensive line. I thought I was guard, you're guard, I'm tackle. Lino in the back. Oh, boy. Takes the ball, hands it off. There's nobody there. A great vantage point from our.
I couldn't see his face, yet I knew exactly what was on his face. One of two things, like, seriously? Or
There's nobody there.
and he didn't do the, like, he
Yeah.
was like, I'm carrying out, uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm going to start running left now.
And he still got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, they just went 4th down and 13 on their side of the field and got it. So,
Where did you go? Is probably what he said in the
yeah.
huddle.
Hey, you're supposed to be my left. That's a bad pass.
yeah.
It's caught, but he lost 3 yards. Hey, if you could just throw it a little in front of me, so I can running. I mean, not run backwards and get it. Run forward and get it. That'd be great.
No, lost
That's okay.
6. You go.
Thanks, Lino. That's a bad spot. He only lost 3.
Yeah, well, I
I was at an angle.
tend to agree, but what do I know?
As long as it was inbounds, that's all that matters.
They gave him backwards progress on that one.
Those were 2 very distinct calls that were the same, and one team got an 8-yard advantage. Now that's
Ellet might want to look at taking a timeout here to stop the clock.
Oh boy! Lino fakes that pass again, goes up top. He looks for his man, and there's
Offensive interference.
There's the late flag.
Offensive, I'm calling.
This pass is incomplete.
That guy was far away from that
Offensive.
play to make that call. I know he's back there, but he seemed really far away.
You think I get this call right?
And I
They're
think-
already moving up. If I was Ellet, I'd be like, no, it's on the offense. Scoot back.
Oh God! This isn't gonna be a good night for me. He's
Yes. Great job so far. Why am I laughing?
Yep, there's a timeout.
It's a debacle.
There's a timeout.
By who? The
What?
Orangemen?
By
No, they don't have a timeout. Boy, I'm going to tell you what. Officials are on top of it, guys, right now.
a couple of weeks ago, I read this article about how there's a shortage of officials because people just destroy them, which I mean we're doing right now. But
Well,
this is why they get
I
destroyed.
give credit when credit's due.
Yeah.
It's not due at
It's
this point.
That was you don't throw the flag when you're 25 yards away and you're not really sure what you got.
Maybe that's what the other guy said. Pick that flag up.
Yeah, that's a bad call. But then why did he give him a timeout?
He didn't. They're just taking them that long to sort. You said it in the first quarter. They're slow to get to things. Well, guess what?
There's not a lot of speed on the field.
They're killing the pace.
Well, they're just slow official. I mean, not like just running speed. They're not quick to get over there to huddle up or show me where the spot is.
Or make a decision.
1:30 left here in the second quarter. Oh, man. Lino in the back, looking, has time. Over the middle, he should be getting this And he does. Touchdown, Buchtel. 6 points up on the board, 34-0 your score. That one went to a very fast Keene.
Yeah, Zaire Keene pretty much trying to lock down player of the game here with the 90-yard interception return and now a touchdown. And the key for the Griffins tonight is simply getting to 3rd and long or 4th and long because they've been unstoppable, which makes no sense.
Here,
but
get in a bad yardage situation.
That's it.
And something good's going to happen.
They just got on 4th and 16 on their own 40. They throw a bomb. And then 4th down again and long. 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions.
I don't want to say anything on this. This has been like the most perfect part of their game.
Oh, but you just did. You don't want to say anything, but you just did.
Well, you know what this would be, whether we're running clock or not.
Wes says you can't ice me.
No.
Drano.
35-0. 1 minute and 23 seconds left in this first half. I'm saying it slowly because we're all a little sad. I know you are. We want to thank all of those that helped make these broadcasts possible. Our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse. Our cameraman, Peter George. For Joe Buchansky, Dave Schick. Thank you. And good night, everybody.
Wait a minute. It's 1:23.
Yeah, it's almost over. It's almost over. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Thank you. I want to thank all of the administrators, the teachers, and all the staff that make Akron Public Schools the smart choice.
Zaire Keene's not done. He has dominated the second quarter with 2 touchdowns. It was Young Jones on the ground in the first quarter, and then Andrew Powers with the fumble recovery. In the second quarter, it's been Zaire Keene on both sides of the ball, a 90-yard interception return, and then now at the 123 mark, a 21-yard reception on 4th down, and just a weird game. Just a weird game.
I think you are negating the pass interference call by our back judge. I think you are negating our.
Are you trying to make him the star?
Our 4-person consultation on.
No, I'm talking about
on a holding and a block in the back.
And the full moon's not scheduled until next week. It's been a weird week at school too. I'm telling you, something's going on. Yeah.
Return back to the 24-yard line.
Everybody's in pre-Halloween nutso mode right now.
Yeah, it's true.
It happens, man. Every time we always talk about the full moon like at work, and I'm telling you, invariably there's a fire, something weird, happens, and we've had some pregame this week, and it's continuing. Let's just put it that way.
Well, not sure things can get worse for the Orangemen.
We can get to halftime.
But we do know that halftime should come in roughly a minute and 18 seconds. Can't be sure, but we think.
And it's going to be
you might as well.
It's going to be an afternoon tilt for the championship next week. That's a little different.
Yeah.
For the regular season championship.
Ethan Jones, the ball carrier.
Don't call timeout.
Nah, they won't.
No gain on that run. Yeah, it's going to be. I wish they should flex it. Can we flex it and make it a Friday night? Just switch.
No.
They should.
No.
Well, the good news is we don't have the power to flex any of our games.
Well,
I don't think we've ever flexed.
We've been doing Monday night games here last couple of weeks. I hate to say. How about the Monday night football schedule? Did you see that game this week? Don't think. Isn't it time to do something else?
I think. See, to me, I think you get rid of Thursday.
You have
I don't
to.
like Thursday.
You have to. The players, if the players association, if they're really worried about safety issues, a one-day practice week is not good.
No.
They did a bunch of Thursday games in high school football, and they've really cut back on those too. And it's the same. It's the same argument, man. It's a short practice week coming off a very physical sport. It's just not the way football's been meant to play. And then the Big Ten doing the Friday night games. I can't stand that. Keep a couple college football games on Thursday.
Hey, good news.
Yay.
Halftime is here. 35-0 your score. The Griffins leading this one. You're listening to Dave Schick, Joe Buchansky right here on APS 15. We'll be back for the second half. if you can believe it, here on APS 15. Welcome back here to the second half as Buchtel looks to kick this one away, up 35-0. The clock is already running, and is going to be caught at the 15-yard line after this down. We'll get our first half stats from Joe, and that'll be right about now as they go down at the 31-yard line. We'll take over there.
For the Ellet Orangemen, quarterback Josh Merrick, 5 of 13 for 99 yards and 2 interceptions. And their running back, Ethan Jones, led the way, 10 carries, 28 yards for Jones, and he had a couple receptions as well for 19 yards. For the Buchtel Griffins, Michael Lino, 9 for 11 for 171 yards and a touchdown. Also has rushed it for 29 yards, so 200 yards of total offense in the first half. Robert Young-Jones, 7 carries, 42 yards, 2 first-quarter touchdowns. Zaire Keene, 3 receptions, 55 yards and a touchdown. Also a 90-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Nice job, Joe. That's one reason why you can't leave early, because then I have to start taking stats. Hands the ball off to Jones, and he gets nowhere. Why does he not move with the ball? He doesn't move till the guy at the bottom moves. I can't see the guy at the bottom as easy, so the top official needs to stay with the ball.
It's nice to see around playoff time. You're rounding.
This is a difficult field for me to see position on from this press box.
Let's talk about the potential
Second
of
and 12.
Next week's game here coming up. Not yet. We'll tease that. We'll talk about that in
We
fourth
got
quarter.
a long second half here, Joe.
East in
Save
Buchtel next
the
week,
content,
and then
buddy.
possible playoff implications.
Pump the brakes here.
Well, I
Pump
got to have
the
something to look
brakes.
forward
We have probably 4 timeouts to talk.
No timeouts.
Toss to the right. Jones
Oh,
slips and
slipped.
falls.
And more rain at halftime has made the conditions looking a little bit slower.
All right. Third down and 17.
Andrew Powers.
Lost a 5 on that.
Third down.
Oh, boy. Well, it's not pretty.
Just like that guy on the road told John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, you're going the wrong way.
That movie's really old, Joe.
Yeah, I know. That's for our not quite senior citizens viewers, and me. It's not quite a senior citizen yet, but
Good movie, though.
working that way. Absolutely. Third and long.
Left side's wide open, and a one-handed catch didn't work. I tried to be hip. I got the movie Zombies from the library for my kids.
Zombies?
It is Zombies. It's kind of like a High School Musical Descendants type Disney musical movie
Wow.
about high school students.
That was
Half
amazing.
of them are zombies and half of them are not zombies.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
And I thought my daughter would love it.
Disney's
and
trying to do
she
zombies.
Went to bed crying. Mainly
Oh.
because she scares me. This is a girl that did not make it all the way through Zootopia, so which is
Goes
a
without saying.
kid's movie, which she took really to heart. Picks this one up off the bounce at the 30-yard line, gets back to the 50 and goes out about there.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
I don't have a specific spot because he's not there yet. 50-yard line exactly.
Roll
They'll
clock.
take over.
Run the clock.
Forced out of bounds by number 50.
They don't run the clock.
Yeah,
on
huh?
the change of
He's saying run it.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on the snap, I believe. Yeah, these guys got it up here.
So it did not get rave reviews. But
No.
being,
You gave it a try,
So
though.
this is the weird part about me is so we got about half, about 3/4 of the way through the run up the center, gets 2-yard gain.
Robert
So they watched about half of it before they were caught up in that zombies eat people's brains. Even though none of that happens in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Just the thought of it
Sure.
put my daughter in a panic attack.
Yeah, she'd fit in our household.
Yeah. So we watched like half of it. I'm like, Grace, I skimmed through it to make sure it was kid appropriate.
You're right.
But
you previewed
but
it.
the movie didn't end. So after I put the kids to bed, I was like, I gotta finish this, see how it ends. I watched the last 25 minutes
How
by
was it?
myself. It was not great.
Yeah, they gave it a shot.
High School Musical was better. Descendants. My kids love that movie. I don't know why. Probably because they don't like their parents, and my kids don't like their parents.
Oh, boy.
Oh, fumble at the line of scrimmage.
They got it back,
and
though.
recovered. And the spot slowly will be back to 3rd and 10, so a loss of 2. 4th down.
Stick. Wow. David Hammer's stick.
Well,
2 yards. He lost 2 yards.
3 carries and then technically a net of 0.
Well, 6:52 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
Trying to hit all the pots. 4th down, midfield, we're going to go for it. And a bomb again, one-on-one coverage, steps inside, and had the catch almost, but did not get it, and a flag is down. This guy's going to throw a flag every time. This guy's going to come over, and he said, that's not a flag, you need to pick it up.
But we do have a flag.
He's going to say, no, I'm calling this one.
He didn't even, he signaled this. This is a catch. He should have signaled this because it was incomplete. Pass interference in the 4th down. Expertise continues for the Griffins.
Oh, my gosh. That's a bad call.
I agree.
You should have just not thrown it. It was
I
incomplete.
agree. Should have been nothing.
You got to look and then say, okay, there's something there.
There was contact, obviously.
Yeah.
But the contact was initiated by the receiver.
Both parties.
Yeah.
I think both parties. Because he didn't really turn around, but he stepped kind of in front of him, and then he ended up dropping the ball anyway.
With support from the University of
First
Akron.
down
So-
for the Griffins. Another tough break for the Orangemen.
Degree programs.
Okay. Hands the ball off right side, and we'll get 9 yards on the carry.
The ball carrier.
I mean, that's a killer. You hold them, you're going to get the ball in good field position.
Yeah.
Brought down by number 5, Heath Longbill.
Not that it's going to decide the
With
outcome
support
of the game,
from
but
University of Akron,
you know, you
along
got
Oh,
guys
Joe,
that
it could.
down
It could.
5 scores playing hard, and that happens.
Yeah.
Prepare students for a lifetime of success.
Joe will have our Fleury's Cafe player of the game. Fleury's Cafe located in Cuyahoga Falls at 2202 Front Street.
Yeah.
Delicious signature pancakes right there at Fleury's Cafe, and that's why they give us our signature player of the game right here on
Yeah, and we'll
APS
do
15.
that. We'll do that a little earlier today.
We'll do
And
that in
up.
about 3 minutes. Touchdown run from the 25-yard or 27-yard line.
Touchdown.
Able to take that one into the end zone, and the it continues to pour on the scoreboard as they add more onto it. 41-0 here at George Alton Stadium.
3rd touchdown for Robert Young-Jones.
I think he got injured celebrating. So we'll take a break here as action continues here on the football field here on APS 15.
Akron is having all weekend.
All right, the injured player is walking off under his own control. So that's good.
Yeah, Robert Young-Jones.
Touchdown is still good, and the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. Looking to kick this one through to make it a full 42-0 is what we're looking to do here. Snap is good. Snap is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 42-0 here at George Alton Stadium as the Buchtel Griffins handily have this one. And the clock will continue to run. I will say, when we touched on it briefly earlier about the Masson game, with a running clock, it's hard to score a lot of points in the second half.
Well,
It's gotta be
they
big
had
plays.
73 in the first half.
I know.
That's where they needed
still.
That's where they need to back it off a little.
Still.
But I'm biased.
running
right?
clock.
Can we run the clock in the first half? I mean, if it's past 40.
They should. I think they should. They should review that. Because what's the point? Again, injuries, tempers, not good.
Yeah.
This guy. 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. I guess I could read a spot. I don't know. I'll do something for you guys.
It's just a weird night, guys.
Oh.
This is our tune-up for.
See, he put the ball down, not remembering that they had a penalty. Then he had to pick the ball back up because he remembered, oh,
Gotcha.
yeah, you guys have a penalty at 15
Gotcha.
yards. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramic sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Should have known I had enough time to read that when I saw who was taking the ball out.
Did you say officiating? No, computer design. Sorry.
Be good.
It's just a weird night, guys. Roll clock. Here we go. West to kick off.
Kick is in the air, and no one's back there to catch it. And he
He
slides like he's
all
on
over.
ice.
Like he has tennis shoes on.
All I brought was my basketball shoes.
Oh, that would be a bad decision.
That'll-
I just got my new Kyries. That's all you got to wear.
All right, so picked up at the 15, and we will be to the 25. And they'll take
I'm
over.
slap happy already. There's still 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
4:29. I want to thank all of those that help make these broadcasts possible.
Not yet.
Ryan Rittenhouse.
No.
Our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse.
Ethan Jones going in the quarterback. Maybe they ran Wildcat with him last
Chief
week.
engineer, Jim Morgan. Master videographer, Peter George. And Joe, I guess. All right, 1st and 10.
Jones running QB.
Yeah, Jones in. And we have offsides. That's going to be on Powers. Was it ever confirmed that he's related or not?
No.
Not related?
Yes.
Yes, related? Or not confirmed? Not related?
I'll let you know next week.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
You didn't answer the question. Well, I probably answered.
If there wasn't a
guess I
running
asked
clock,
too.
we would definitely have been here till 10:30 tonight
Oh, yeah.
with these.
This guy,
this-
with this guy back here? Yeah. I'm pointing at you, buddy.
He
Throw your flag in every
wants
ball.
to do a delay so bad. Another one. It's like I'm going to get him one more time.
What was that?
Jones under center, and Jones
That didn't work.
loss of, a lot because it was 1st and 5.
Yeah, so 8. Loss of 8.
Down.
2nd and 13. So this side topic here. So the engineering department above me, they had some Halloween candy that someone brought in. It was like a variety pack. No one ate any of the Skittles.
Why? That's like the most popular candy.
Well, and there was other good candy in there. Obviously Reese's and Snickers, M&M's. Starburst was a second to go, or second last to go. So there was like a few Starbursts left and all the Skittles.
Ball's incomplete.
Okay. So if people
I
were
went up
getting
to
the chocolate or
so I went,
something, huh?
yeah, the chocolate went first, which is understandable.
Yeah.
And then, so I went to go get a Skittles, and they're like, you can just take the rest of the bag home. No one's gonna eat them.
All right.
I took the whole
Get
bag.
your Halloween candy
Yeah.
to give out now.
Do you guys not celebrate Halloween up here? You don't need to pass. Like, could you not pass out Skittles? That's what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
If you're giving me free candy, I can use this candy to pass out to other people even if I don't like it.
Yeah. Which Skittles are delicious. So I mean.
Hey, if I give out Skittles, that's more Reese cups that I get to keep.
Right. I like the way you're thinking.
Exactly. That is going to be incomplete. Not everything is a pass interference.
Yes.
Not everything.
No, he just dropped it.
Did he pick it up?
No, it's right on the line.
Are we serious? Not everyone's passing. They're down 45. Down 42, 43. It seems like 45. It could be 105.
Well, you got your 100 yards and penalties, Buchtel Griffins. Congratulations.
Joe owes me a hamburger. Not that he really said that, but I'm taking it.
Pay up. I'll pay up.
And that's a University of Akron first down.
That counts.
What?
First down.
Yeah,
Counts as
man.
first
That's
down.
absolutely.
You
That's
didn't really earn it because you didn't do something. I mean, it was by penalty.
Hey,
First down.
I'd go deep again. That's your best.
Why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? Right there. 2nd and 11. Oh, he looks injured too. All right, well, an injury timeout. We'll take a break here on the action here on APS 15. We'll return when action returns here on the field.
20 characters on
Welcome back. The injured player had some assistance, and it's still being looked at on the sideline.
Yeah, it was Isaiah Bostic.
The clock did continue to run, so we are now surprisingly into the fourth quarter, and the score is still the same, 42-0. But they will take over. The rain has come back, and we have offsides on the Griffins. So, well, we'll start at 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 3. Why do we have 2nd and 3? How could it
because
be?
they lost 2 on the first down play
Okay.
many moons ago.
The scoreboard is flashing and it's distracting me.
Yeah, me too. Oh no, he's like I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna
I would
call
just,
it a
if
delay.
I was a quarterback, I would just throw at that guy all the time. Just
throw it right to him. He
just
might get a flag.
Just get near him, and we're gonna get a flag. Running the ball, I think, is number 6, Cameron Lee. You know who needs to go in? Where's my guy at? Where is he? He's 65. He's over there. 65 needs to go in. What's his name? Jonathan Steiner. He needs to go in. Sophomore, 5'9", 170 pounds, guard, linebacker. I'm sure he should go in because he hustled to get the spike cleaner out there for his teammates. Showed enthusiasm. Almost as much enthusiasm as I had complaining about how cold it is in the press box.
Well, great night for Michael Lino, 9 for 11 for 171 yards, same as
We are talking about the Orangemen who have the ball.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice
Pass
play on
completes,
3rd down.
First down, still on his feet, breaks the tackle, and he's running at the 40, at the 30.
I don't know why he
Gets
kept that
away.
way.
Not really sure either. 28-yard line.
He had
This whole the whole bottom part of your screen open, but he went into contact.
Big play receiver. We said it. Christian Wack.
Martavian Johnson.
Well, yeah, that's what offense looks like. Good.
37 yards. I'm giving him 37.
37 yards.
Nice little scramble by Jones, and the Orangemen again in business here.
23-yard line.
This is where they've stalled out on a couple of drives.
Azine's like, I already picked one at the 10. I can get another one now. QB keeper gets through the line and gains 3.
Yeah, Jones running hard today.
I can't look at the top guy. He's terrible. I can't follow him.
Here or here?
Up there.
Both.
Up the line judge up by the marker. The down marker.
I'm locked in on him now.
Go. You don't know how important that line judge up there is to me at this field because I can't see. He looks again, right side. Oh, same play, incomplete. That one
good throw.
Going back to Border Kircher.
Throw right on the money. I couldn't tell if it was dropped or got knocked away, though. It got screened.
It looked
like it was dropped, but I couldn't tell.
I'm not sure. It was a tough catch under the wet conditions. He's got a weird delivery, too.
A little short arm it.
Yeah, Jones. Top of your screen will have Pittman. Bottom of your screen will have Border Kircher. They're probably not going to get the ball, but 3rd down and long. They do to a Border Kircher. He's in the end zone. Has to come back for it. No flag on that.
I was waiting.
I was waiting too.
If it could have been a little bit closer to him.
I think if he was straight lined, he couldn't see that there was a flag he should have thrown.
Now they'll go for it here.
Why not? Very little to lose and very little to gain. But here we are. 4th down and 7. With 7:17 here in the fourth quarter. 42-0 your score. Dave Schick, Joe Pakanski here on APS 15.
I'll give you the player of the game at change of possession.
All right. looking right side, throws it to the corner into good coverage. Yeah. Came early with the no call. Incomplete, and that'll be turnovers on down. Buchtel will take over.
That was actually a pretty good throw because he was not open. That was blanket coverage right there. Gave him a chance, only his guy a chance to catch it. Well, obviously, we're going to pick somebody from the Griffins for our Fleury's Cafe player of the game. Robert Young-Jones with a great day, 3 touchdown runs. We talked about quarterback Michael Lino, very efficient, 9 of 11. But our player of the game tonight is 6'1", 170-pound wide receiver defensive back, Zaire Keene, who did it both offensively and defensively. First, a 90-yard interception return, and then a 21-yard TD reception to seal the deal here in the second quarter. It was all him in the second quarter, enough to propel him to our player of the game. Congratulations to Zaire and the Buchtel Griffins, who with this win are going to go to 5-4 overall and set up that monster showdown next week, Dave, with the East Dragons, who are playing North tonight. So as long as something weird, and it's been a weird night, doesn't happen, we're going to have 2 undefeated teams playing for sole possession of a single basically a single elimination. Winner wins the city series and will probably more than likely make the playoffs. For the Dragons, a chance to host a playoff game too.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen, I don't think, in our coverage. Even when Buchtel went to the state finals, I don't think they hosted a playoff game. They were on the road at that point.
I believe East hosted a playoff game.
Maybe one other time. Actually, East's best run was a couple of years ago when they, as an 8 seed, went down and beat the 1 seed Marlington Dukes, and they just may get them again in the playoffs. Possible opponents for them are a lot of local teams too. Norton, Alliance, Marlington again.
Local teams.
Yeah,
I thought you said local.
Local, somewhat local.
You just
Not local for you, Menor boy, but
I'm saying even here, most people be like Alliance.
well, Alliance is in Stark County. This is one county away. It's not like it's St. Clairsville or Wyndham. Wyndham isn't that far. or
Strongsville.
Yeah, well, that's not far either.
It's the same distance. One county.
Pequot. Have you ever been to Pequot?
No, I haven't.
There are playoff games there every year because they have an artificial turf surface, and it's like the only thing out that way. So there's like a playoff game there every week. And I can't remember the name of the stadium, but it's in Pequot.
Yeah, maybe it's called Papequa.
I'm not going there. Please don't. And, man, we're down to 4 minutes now.
Yeah. 2nd and 5 off that run. Just keep moving the ball. Keep letting the clock run. What are you pointing at?
You bring those next week.
Oh, okay. Let me do that. Sure, Joe. I'll take the roster because we're not going to.
Yeah, we're going to need it.
Yeah, but it's not like I got my own copy.
Here, do you want me to keep it if you don't trust me?
No, well, I mean, I couldn't write any of the rosters because you weren't here on time.
Yes, I was. You were just actually early.
I guess I was more on time for me because I was early. That's
and I was about the usual for me. Fumble.
Fumble picked up and taken the other way. Oh, shoot.
Border Kircher.
Why did I do that? Tricked me.
Andrew Border Kircher in the end zone.
That's so cold. 35-yard fumble return. 9:08 is your current time.
Goodness, that was impressive. Andrew Border Kircher. So, in a rather somber evening for the Orangemen, they at least get a defensive score. That's the 3rd defensive score of the game.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Hold on, I'm going up.
It just doesn't have to be that cold.
Wait till you become sideline reporter in the playoffs.
I'm not pretty enough to be a sideline reporter.
You're not what?
I said I'm not pretty enough to be a sideline reporter.
Yeah, well, me neither.
My insight is funny innuendos and being crabby on the air. That's all I got. Going for 2.
Oh, the Tebow jump type
Overthrown.
pass there doesn't work.
Two-point try failed.
So 42-6.
And Peter's like, that's big because
3-14.
even if they score another touchdown, the clock could
So
still
with
potentially
3:14
run.
left in the game.
That's all Peter cares.
With 3:14 left in the game.
This is the type of game where you need to have some tights
Ellet
underneath your
6.
football pants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about getting tights for basketball, but
You're going to be that guy.
I'm too old for
You're
that.
probably too old.
Well, I it'd probably help, but I think it would overheat my entire body.
Some of the guys, what about the guys last year in the City Series wearing
Yeah.
long sleeves?
Long sleeves.
In basketball, I don't even like wearing a T-shirt underneath my jersey. I guess it depends on the jersey.
I'm like the Patrick Ewing. I'm like switching shirts at halftime.
The gray sweat, the gray that looks
Yeah.
like it was sweaty even before it was sweaty, like the steel gray underneath the.
It's got like paint on the shirt already.
That's number
Are they going for?
31.
They think it's gonna be an onside.
Tomlin
Georgetown Hoyas.
kick it off for the Orangemen.
I hated Georgetown. They were good. They were good
were
every
good.
year. I hated them.
Well, they had 2 NBA centers come through back-to-back years, essentially.
And that's when centers, that was the
Oh,
most important
dominant.
position in the game. Yeah. The basketball's changed. It's not. It's more wide open too.
I think in college, if you had that traditional center,
can make a big difference.
you would still be a very good team, just because there's so many other teams that don't have it. Man, that's a nice return off.
Oh my goodness. Rugby,
He went 15 yards with the scrum.
which
And-
I got a chance to watch rugby the other night. It was on
Pretty
NBC
fun.
one night.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to play it, but I couldn't turn it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know the rules, but these guys are beating the crap out
Yeah.
of each other, and they weren't dirty, but they were slant because you have to like hold them down too.
Yeah.
I'm like, how many downs do they get? It was like 3 yards and the guy got slammed, and 3 yards and the guy got slammed 1 yard, and then they kicked it.
And you got to kick it from wherever you put the football down on the in the end zone for the try, which is basically a touchdown.
Really neat to see.
2-year rugby player right here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, freshman sophomore year at Akron.
awesome. Where'd you guys play it at?
It was like a club sport,
Uh-huh.
so just wherever you could get fields.
Marcus Rogers Brown, the ball
But I was a runner. Yeah, you got to turn your phone off. All right, see you.
Chase Fletcher.
We're going to set things up here. Minute 36 here in the game. 42-6 your score. I want to help thank all of those that make this production possible. This is for the actual reason, but actual time. Our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse. I was waiting for the snap, but they're waiting till the thing comes up. Peter George, our cameraman upstairs. Joe Pacansky, who's already in the car driving home in his nice warm car. That's nice. Looks to hand the ball off up the center. We'll have a gain of 3.
Marcus Brown, the ball carrier.
Not about 2 plays left here in tonight's game, but an outstanding game by the Buchtel Griffins, who with 2 defensive touchdowns and 2 running touchdowns and 1
With support from the
one
University of Akron,
one passing
offering
touchdown,
real-world experience
taking control of this game for sure.
degree program
Elliott
that
comes
prepares
in late
students for a lifetime of success.
with a
Join us
touchdown
on Saturday,
off a
November
fumble,
3rd
so a
for
defensive
Music
touchdown
Day.
for them as
On
well.
campus.
They're going to wait for this clock to go down.
And learn what it means to be a Zip. Register now at uakron.edu/visit.
Got to wait for the official to bring his hand up. That's what they're looking for, and they'll call it there. Thought they might take a knee, but I guess not. He runs through the center. A great run. He's going to gain 15 yards on that one, but that'll run the clock out. And with that, the Buchtel Griffins go to 6-3, 3-1. I'm sorry, 5-4, 4-0 in the City Series. On the other end, for the Ellet Orangemen, they go to 5-4 and 2-2 in the City Series, and look for their main matchup of undefeateds in the City Series against, as it'll be Buchtel and East for you right here on EPS 15 next week. For us here, we want to thank all those that helped make the Akron School the smart choice, from all the administrators, the teachers, and the students. Thank you again, and have a good night.
0761.